Hey guys, I'm Phaedra from allthingsphaedra.com, and have you ever thought about what your dream job would be? I've thought about that a lot, and recently I had my dream job fall right into my lap. Director of Doggie Flicks for Pettable.com. And as part of that job, I was required to watch 6 dog lover movies and tell you exactly what I think. But in order to complete that job, I needed some really key things. The first being this remote, and this remote. And I also needed to bring in my advisory staff. There's Marmalade. Hi. There is Layla, who loves to watch movies. And the final member of the advisory council, Roscoe, who would actually prefer to just nap through most of the movies. So me and my brood sat down to watch 6 movies, but before I did that, I asked many of you what you think are the best dog movies out there. And now I present to you the top 25 movies for dog lovers. We're gonna start with some animated favorites, and actually, one of my favorite movies, Bolt, released in 2008. Next is 101 Dalmatians, and I'm gonna go with the 1961 animated version. I'm a classic kind of girl. Next up, Oliver and Company from 1988. And finally, all the way from 1955, Lady and the Tramp. The next set of movies are movies that I would consider family friendly. We've got Benji, and again, I'm going old school in 1974. Also, 1963, The Incredible Journey. This is another one of my personal favorites. And if you don't want to go old school, you can go with Homeward Bound, which is an updated version of this movie from 1993. Next, another movie that my family loved from Disney called Togo. Next is Hachi, A Dog's Tale from 2009, starring Richard Gere. Going to 1986, it's The Adventures of Milo and Otis. I have seen this movie, but I remember nothing about it. 1957, I wouldn't have put this on my list, but you all did. Old Yeller, the only movie my mother said she never wanted me to see because it's too sad. 1992, Beethoven. 1989, this is the era of wacky dog comedies. Turner and Hooch, starring a much younger Tom Hanks. In 2000, My Dog Skip. Sounder, this was one I'd never heard of, from 2008. 2017, A Dog's Purpose. Following that up with the sequel, A Dog's Journey, in 2019. The Call of the Wild from 2020 with Harrison Ford. And I almost put this in the animated section because it's good to know that Buck, the hero of the story, is all CGI. 8 Below from 2006, 2005, Because of Winn-Dixie. Then there are just a few more I'm going to add to the list that some of you recommended, but these I'm going to say just maybe wait until you're a little older. So we've got Marley and Me from 2008 with Owen Wilson and Jennifer Aniston. The Art of Racing in the Rain from 2019. I haven't seen this one, but I read the book. It's a wonderful book. In 2000, one of my favorite Christopher Guest mockumentaries, Best in Show. It's a comedy, guys, by the way. Watchers from 1988. Not to be outdone by Cujo, 1983 from Stephen King. And then finally, Dog, just released in 2022. Now, most of these movies are either available on streaming or they're available online for rental, or maybe you're old school and you still have the DVDs. I actually have a few of these DVDs in my personal collection. So I hope I gave you some ideas for a family-friendly movie night or maybe a not-so-family-friendly movie night. But all of those movies are sure to bring out the dog lover in you, except for maybe a couple of those scary ones. If you want to find out the 6 movies on that list that I watched in just 48 hours and check out my thoughts on all of those, be sure to head over to Pettable.com, and maybe I'll have more jobs in the future as the Director of Doggie Flicks. If I missed one of your favorite dog movies on the list, be sure and leave me a comment and let me know your favorites, because I know I didn't cover them all. I'll see you next time.